two more questions if you don't mind, because I know you got to hop. I love the phrase when you said, this was one of the two things you said, by the way, I repeat to people all the time, which is there's 48 million millionaires and 21 million Bitcoins that'll ever be mined. That just resonates with most people because it ain't going to be cool to say, you ain't going to be cool to say I have a half a Bitcoin when you're a millionaire, right? It's like you missed the boat is what that means. The other thing you said is that the wall of money is coming. I love that line. A wall of money is coming. You're a pretty prudent guy. You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
You know everybody on Wall Street. I imagine you did your diligence, you and your team.
Yeah.
Can you tell me who you talked to that made you say, I know this money's coming? Because you don't just guess that on the back of a napkin. You had some conversations. You don't need to name names, but like profile who it was, and what made you say, fuck it, this is it.
Yeah, so that's the benefit of my experience and my 30 plus years on Wall Street and my SALT conference and tracking 1,200 hedge funds. I think you asked me in our original recording, do I talk to CFOs? I don't, because they're private. They're private. I'm sorry, public companies. Reg FD prohibits me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but I talk to hedge fund managers, and I can talk to pension fund managers, and I can talk to union people.
Yeah.
And yes, exactly. And that's where I got those numbers. And by the way, Ross will probably be pissed at me, but I also talked to Ross, right? And I talked to guys.
Well, he's got a book of what, 21 billion this year, he said, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, he's talking about it, so it's okay for me to talk about it. But my point is that like I have enough feel for the market and enough feel for the exchanges.
Yeah.
That I believe that the demand is overwhelming. And I believe that, some people are selling, of course. Somebody that bought it at 3,000, maybe they're selling it to build a beautiful house at 50,000. So there's going to be turnover.
Yeah.
But just remember this, like Amazon, in the beginning, it was chunky. It's Jeff Bezos and a few VCs. Okay. Every year that goes by that Bitcoin is in existence, there's less whale activity in the sense that whoever were the big owners day one, they've diversified a little.
Anthony, CJ Wilson, a baseball player, friend of mine, he says, former baseball player, says you guys met, you know each other, right? He goes, I know you're doing this interview. He did an interview on the podcast with me, and he says, I want you to ask him, this is the question, right? He says, I want you to ask him, of all the people, all these doubters that he's had over the years, whether it's in Wall Street or not, who does he want to just fucking dunk on?
Right.
Tell me who it is.
Look, it's a fucking great question, and you got to tell him I said that. And since you've asked me now that, because we recorded this before, it didn't go through, I've had time to rethink this shit too, right? So here's what I'd fucking tell you. My Uncle Sal is 93, okay? Yeah. He wakes up in the fucking morning, right? And he fucking hates. He hates, okay? He's Italian, okay? So he fucking hates, okay? Like, do you know what Italian Alzheimer's is?
No, what's that?
You forget everything but the grudges, Jay. You forget
right.
Everything. So he gets up in the fucking morning. He's 94, and I'm just going to use a stray name,
Sure.
Tommy Romano. Is that motherfucker still alive? And the answer is yes. He's like, okay, I got to live one more fucking day.
Yeah, I got to beat him.
On that guy's grave. And by the way, Tommy Romano doesn't exist. I'm talking about whoever his.
There's a guy out there, Tommy Romano, go, what the fuck?
Right. And, one of my partners is like a fucking Buddhist now. He forgives everybody. He can't hurt a fly, all this fucking bullshit. I want to fucking kill people. I have the fucking Italian in me. You know what I mean? Metaphorically killed him. But the point I'm making is that like where I want to stick to my answer is you got to force yourself not to focus on that and just focus on your growth and development. Otherwise, it will occupy you, Yeah. But you got to have a little bit of it too. It's very motivating to me. Like when I'm like tired, I don't want to get up to do my work for some reason. I think of my haters and I pop out of the bed like I'm fucking Rocky in Rocky 4 going after fucking Drago. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So CJ's right. I've got my share of haters. I can't name them.
Right.
Because I'm
Italian. Don't give them the benefit. Right.
Yeah. You don't want, but also you got to tell me, so if somebody fucking hates me, and they're out there fucking saying they hate me, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. The fucking fact that Trump is going off on me on Twitter is fantastic. It means I'm renting space inside his brain. You're renting space, exactly. It's fucking great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't let these guys know that they're in my brain. You know what I mean? Working me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, but a guy like Trump who's like a fucking goon and a douche.
Yeah.
I don't even think about the guy now that he's not in office. Honestly,
And he doesn't have a platform to talk anymore, so he
yeah,
got
I don't even.
canceled.
I mean, I
He
tweet
got the
about him once
ultimate
in a while.
cancel.
Yeah, I tweet about him once in a while because he's funny. But I don't. I mean, I could care less about the guy.